Hello, beautiful Earth Tribe. Welcome back to my channel, Sky Above, Earth Below. This is Renee, and you're watching a timeless collective reading for the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, October 2023. So, although this moon is currently in the sign of Taurus, you don't need to have Taurus anywhere in your chart for this reading to apply to you. This reading is for all astrological signs collectively. Also, the energy captured at this full moon may be relevant now or anytime in the future, whenever it resonates. So this full moon is called the hunter's moon or the blood moon, which is reflective of the hunt that took place for many cultures just before the wintertime. This moon also comes around the first frost, which we just had yesterday here in my neck of the woods, the day before this moon. And the frost is significant because it signifies the ability to store meat for coming months. So winter is coming, and I feel with the frost arriving before the full moon eclipse, we're going to have a colder and longer than average winter season. For some, this is good news, and for others, it could be more challenging. I am putting out there for educational purposes that for those who have struggled to go within, to integrate lessons of the past, or to be grateful for basic needs and good people in your life, okay, I do see a proverbial season of winter lasting through the next hunter's moon. The universe, God, Spirit, ensures a season of winter for everyone. And for those this message applies, it's that time. When our season of winter arrives, it is up to us to know and accept when that is. Jack Frost arrives on our doorstep at some point, whether we're ready or not. So this message won't apply to everyone, obviously. If you've been on your journey of self-reflection, personal growth, self-care, and gratitude, then that message is not for you, okay? For others, I feel the effects of both our planet and the Taurus constellation on this full moon is bringing powerful earth energy for grounding manifestations, bringing in cash flow, and boosting productivity. I see this moon having positive effects on career, creativity, and whatever you've invested your energy into since the last new moon in Taurus. So if you've been writing down your manifestations, have a look at what you scribed 6 months ago at that Taurus new moon. I also just got a very specific message for someone out there who bribed others 6 or so months ago. So whatever took place back then and was hidden, know that this full moon is going to illuminate that. With the eclipse energy, it might be shocking for those who were in the dark about it, but that message just came through and was very specific, so definitely not for everyone. Okay, on a more positive note, and for my light workers, I do see you pulling down your etheric connections more strongly and stabilizing that light here on the earth plane. Expect your spiritual gifts to be heightened at this time and your body to feel it. For this reason, make sure you're prioritizing the basics for your body. So sleep, water, nutrient-dense and grounding foods, as well as daily connection to Mother Earth. Those of you on the healing path and doing your shadow work, look forward to deep personal truths about yourself to surface, okay? This means epiphanies and breakthroughs, which will help integrate things about yourself that have been subconscious up until now. This will greatly assist your healing journey. So, you can expect powerful emotional purging as it pertains to your root chakra. Know that this has more to do with your healing coming full circle, cleansing out old stuck emotions and letting them go, rather than it being some kind of depression, resurfacing, or some kind of relapse. Letting these emotions flow and exit your body will allow them to be released for good. I do see this purge leading to the great transformation you've been waiting for, a level up, an ascension. Your dedication to your healing has not been in vain, and though healing never truly ends, expect this full moon lunar eclipse to be a major checkpoint in your soul's journey. You have or are learning to transmute your fears and perceived limitations, and you can breathe out now. Perhaps use this moon to appreciate all the hard lessons you've been through, to celebrate all the tests you passed in your last season, and to truly honor yourself for doing the inner work and shining your light regardless of your circumstances. And for those of you who resonate with this message, I do send you so much love, peace, and prosperity for the next new phase in your life. Okay, one last thing before I move on to the reading, and I do feel this is important, so stick around if you're still with me. I do want to remind everyone, if you're not already doing this, to increase your spiritual protection at this time. There are all sorts of ways to protect your energy, so research and find methods that feel right for you. You can also ask your spiritual team to suggest methods for you, but really just know that it's about your intention to place protections. For those of you new to spiritual hygiene, I am especially talking to you. I have mentioned this in the last 2 readings, so if you don't have protections in place yet, go ahead and do that starting today. Dark magic practitioners will be using this weekend, this moon, and in general this time of year for grand gestures of energy manipulation. While that does happen, and those who know, most spell work actually takes the form of negative projections, such as gossip, slander, lies, manipulating your thoughts, emotions, and decisions, offering bad advice, holding hate or resentment in one's heart toward you, turning people against you, causing obstructions in your life, and any other way a person can secretly work against you. If you know you have people who are jealous of you, who are silently competing with you, or who are haters, know that any negative energy that reaches you is simply God, the universe, giving you a heads up to protect your energy. Any negative energy that reaches you has only to do with your self-awareness and energetic sovereignty, rather than any perceived power of someone's negative intent. Place protections around yourself, your family, your home, and call in your higher powers to surround you. And I want to emphasize that no one, and I repeat, no one, can manipulate your energy or your mind without your consent. So be aware of yourself and your shifts in energy. Remember, you are a sovereign spirit, capable of directing your life without the influence of others, especially without lower vibrational energies. A spiritual hygiene practice is best for everyone, but necessary for anyone on the spiritual path. I speak about protecting yourself not from a place of fear, but from a place of energetic awareness and freedom, and as a necessary practice for working with your higher self, your spiritual team, and the universe, God, Spirit. Okay, so on to the reading. What do we have to look forward to for this full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus? What energy is it bringing to the collective? That is the reading for today. Up next is the Meditative Shuffle and then the reading to follow. You can watch them both or navigate as you wish using the timestamps below. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see what you're reading. Hello everyone, welcome to this reading for the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, October 2023. This is a timeless reading. Thank you all so much for joining me. Okay, so this reading is confirmation of everything I just said in the intro. And if you skipped over the intro, I do suggest going back and watching it because I did share information about psychic protection and just other things that I feel are important that are not in this reading, okay? but use this reading as confirmation of what I just said because obviously that came through my channeled messages for a reason. I also just need to say that although different messages can come through the cards, I don't need cards. Basically, I do tarot because people feel validation from it. So just know that my channeled messages are messages that Spirit wants to come through. And oftentimes they are more nuanced for my collective because they are not restricted by the cards. Okay, on to the reading. So here in the center, we have psychic protection. Okay, we also have this card, protection. We also have this card, peace, with her bubble of protection around her. Like having 3 cards of protection, I cannot understate enough the importance of energy protection at this time. Okay, that message is strong here. And so those of you who resonated with my channeled message in the intro, or who just value what I'm saying here, begin your protection practices today, okay? Find, 1, 2, 3 different ways to protect yourself, place those protections, and believe in them, okay? It's all about your intention. It's all about, it's more powerful if you can visualize it. And if you have trouble visualizing things, feel it. Do it in a way where you can just hold the feeling of being protected, okay? So that's what I advise for anybody who has trouble with third eye sight. If you can't visually imagine protection, then just feel it. Okay. Also, every single one of these protection cards shows an aspect of your spiritual protection. We have the aspect here of you protecting yourself, you shielding yourself, okay, from any sort of dark intentions, negative projections, possible, spell work for some of you. So self-protection right here, okay? Over here we have, birds are representative of messengers, of spirit guides, of your spiritual team, your ancestors, your angels, your gods, your guides. This is spiritual protection from your spiritual team, okay? You are highly, highly protected. Your guides are ensuring that you are nurtured and loved, and they are removing you from situations that do not serve your highest good, okay? We see this spirit guide kind of ushering this person off to a different place, okay? You are being led elsewhere. I do feel that they are offering you guidance. So in addition to your psychic protection, your energetic protection, your spiritual protection, okay, when I speak of these 3 things, they're all the same thing. It's just we're calling it different names. But know that it means the same thing. And you are being offered guidance. So when you're placing your protections, also ask for increased intuitive discernment and for your connection to the universe, to spirit, to become stronger so that you can more easily receive and interpret the guidance. Okay, and then over here we have this card of peace. This is energetic protection. Okay, and this comes from your own intentions as well as the frequency you hold. Okay, so when we place protections, we want to place them, visualize or feel them, and believe in them because that is what holds your frequency. So if you place protections and you don't believe in what you're doing or you don't believe that you're actually protected, then, that's going to create that truth for you. The protection itself is a frequency. So you want to hold that frequency by just knowing that you're protected, knowing that you've placed those protections, knowing that your spiritual team is supporting that protection and helping you hold it from the other side, okay? So what I'm seeing here is that you are to place your protections and also believe and know that you are protected. Again, make sure that you're connecting with your higher power for support, okay? All right, below the psychic protection in the center of your reading, we do have the courageous peony. It says, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. Okay, so one of the things I'm getting from this card is that there are people that you may and who you may not know who are sending negative energy. They are not appreciating your glow, your shine, okay? They don't want you to be seen, okay? They don't like your unique, multifaceted nature. They don't like that you're a courageous peony, okay? By the way, peonies are freaking amazingly beautiful. A beautiful friend of mine gave me some for my birthday, and I was kind of blown away about how beautiful. I'd never actually seen a peony before. So for those of you who resonate with this, you might want to just check out what a peony looks like. They're giant and they're beautiful. Okay, so we also have over here the Queen of Feathers, which is the Queen of Swords, and the Chariot card. What I'm getting from this is that your energy right now is really potent and powerful in regards to speaking your truth, moving ahead in a positive direction, knowing where you're headed, not taking no for an answer, okay? We do have the rhinoceros here for symbology. And as we know, the Chariot card is about determination and success, okay? Also discipline. So I see you, in your Queen of Swords energy. This has to do partly with communication skills, but also with creating strong boundaries. And also there is an intuitive nature about this in regards to perception and truth. Okay, the bat, which is represented here, is an animal that can see in the dark, that can detect things through sonar, so basically extrasensory perceptions. Okay, I see that being very strong here. You using your intuitive or spiritual gifts to move forward in a direction that is blazing a trail for yourself. Okay, and with that powerful forward moving energy, right? Because even the Queen of Swords, she's got a sword that she's striking or ready to strike, okay? And you can expect with this Chariot energy to expect powerful change. We have the new moon eclipse here. So eclipse energy is being reflected here in this reading at this eclipse time. It says here, nothing is yet set in stone, and I feel that is a reflection of things being woven, okay? This is a transition. We've got movement here, going from one place to another. There is no settled place yet. And when we are in transition, when there is a lot of movement happening, then things are not set in stone. The dust hasn't settled. And we do have this weight card on the back of the deck. It says, it's not time yet, things are being woven. Okay, that's what I was just talking about. Things are being, the universe is working to create an outcome. And what the universe can organize and arrange for our lives is multifaceted, is very complicated, and that takes time. In the meantime, we are maintaining our frequency and our protection, okay? We are, here we have the back of the deck, the unexpected. Again, this is another confirmation of things are not yet set in stone, things are being woven, okay? Remain open to possibilities, remain hopeful about possibilities. Try not to let your mind wander off in negative ways, okay? Just your frequency has a lot to do with your protection as well. So when we're maintaining our frequency, that means doing what we can to stay in a higher vibration. We are not only protecting ourselves, but we are also manifesting our future, okay? We hold a frequency that we want for our future. So you can do this by staying in mindsets or doing activities that help you to stay up, okay? Here we have the back of the deck, inspiration, okay? So do things that inspire you, do things that you are drawn to, do things that enliven your spirit, your soul, your heart, and do things that are uniquely you, okay? Inspiration that is from the divine, literally. Okay, let's say you were inspired by something, okay? Someone else is not exactly inspired as you are. And that is because you are a unique being. You are a unique spirit. You have your own spirit in which to be inspired. And the universe connects and communicates with each of us in different ways. So your inspiration is going to be different from someone else's inspiration. And this is why it is so important to be walking our own paths and to be minding our own business. Because when we are walking our own paths, working toward our higher self, we are not just changing ourselves, we are changing the world around us. Because when we heal, when we grow, we are now operating in a new way. So the world must respond to us differently. So while you're being patient for things to be woven, for things to fall into place, work on yourself. Take those inspirations and start moving toward them. It says here on the back of the deck, step out of your comfort zone, North Node. This is a message to get on your path. I did speak in the last reading about knowing what your North Node is if you don't already. It's going to help you identify what your purpose is, or it's going to help you in general to know kind of the direction to go. Okay? And oftentimes that direction has to do with identifying something that inspires us. Okay? We had that inspiration card. Identifying something that makes us happy. It also talks about leaving behind our South Node energies. So when we're heading toward North, we are literally leaving the South. And that means leaving behind or healing through past energies that may have been toxic, or that held you back, or that limited you in some way, or that perhaps had you in a different frame of mind that maybe kept you in a perpetual cycle of rumination or depression or anxiety, or perhaps kept you in unhealthy situations or relationships or jobs. So in this reading, you're being encouraged to leave behind whatever is not serving you. Here with the Eight of Cups, this is the Eight of Shells. It says quest and renewal. So you are being encouraged to take a positive spin on leaving behind whatever it is that needs to be released. This is going to be different for each of you. Okay, people, places, and things, jobs, situations, experiences that are not healthy for you, such as vices or, anything that could keep you from being your highest and best self. Okay, the Eight of Cups is here to remind you to release those things because there is greater meaning elsewhere. But the Eight of Cups is also, it's a card of free will choice to leave behind what needs to be left behind. But know that when you don't leave things that you have been shown that are unhealthy or that do not serve your highest good, know that at some point the universe will arrange your leaving. We talked about this in the intro. So here is another aspect of the intro coming through, is that when you sort of resist going through the changes, the universe is going to create that experience for you, whether you like it or not. And you may feel that is never coming because right now maybe you're not going through it, but it will. And this is what the Death card and the Tower card represent in the tarot. The Eight of Shells is here, the Eight of Cups is here to say, hey, willingly, you should probably take a hike toward your highest good. Okay, this is a gentle nudge at this point. This is a word of wisdom that you can take or not. This is the universe letting you know, shedding light upon and bringing to your awareness that there are certain things that need to go. So, as I said in the intro, you can choose to accept this and move forward, as suggested here by the Eight of Cups, or you can keep pressing forward in South Node energy and wait for the Tower. So this is not a message of fear and foreboding, okay? This is a message of spiritual wisdom. And with the Eight of Cups to the Two of Cups, this is telling me that the ideal movement forward would be toward inner emotional balance, okay? This is about bringing forth your happiness. This is about engaging with others who are at a balanced frequency, who are harmonious. Okay, making sure that you are connecting with people at or above your frequency. We do have the Ten of Shells. This is the Ten of Cups. This is permeating your reading. This is telling me that happiness is a major focal point here. Your emotional fulfillment. Because emotions are everything. Emotions are what create our frequency. So when we stabilize them at a higher frequency, we're going to see our life improve. Okay, and lastly, what I'm seeing here, for those of you moving in a more positive direction toward greater meaning in your life, okay, those of you who are interested in partnerships, I do see that being a possibility here for union with, whoever it is, a friend, a business partner, a love interest, okay? So I feel like that's a possibility for those of you who are seeking it. So that is your reading for the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus collective. Remember to increase or begin your energy protections tonight and to set them regularly or as often as you feel you need. I am currently available for personal readings and other services at my website, ReneeGomez.com, and you can find it in the description box below with other links to donate and support my channel. Thank you to Miss A for your recent donation and kind words. It is truly appreciated. And I'd like to just say to everyone that supporting the readers or content creators you find of value is so important. Please know that a simple like or subscribe makes a huge difference and is a form of energetic exchange, just like money, helping to keep the creators you love going. So thank you for those of you who show your appreciation in any of these ways. It truly does make an impact. All right. May the power of this full moon lunar eclipse bring about positive shifts in your life, and may you all have a beautiful day from wherever in the world you're watching. I am sending you all grounding energy and love. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you at my next reading.